The father is the one who was sick, and he told his son, "Oh my son, go to the shelf and bring the book. Bring the book that we read in Ramadan." Astaghfirullah. This is in Dar al-Haramayn. This is in the country where Mecca and Medina is. And he told his son, "Go and bring the book that we only read in Ramadan." So the son only knows that this is the only book that we read in Ramadan. And he knows. And he brings it to the sheikh, was crying. He wouldn't stop crying. He was hurt. He didn't know what to say. He couldn't believe that this is happening in Muslim countries. Alhamdulillah, it may not happen in this country, but it can happen over there. And this is the dangerous thing about the fitan. The fitan starts from there, as the Prophet ﷺ said. الأرض الحجاز ومنها يطلع قرن الشيطان ومنها تخرج الفتن. That side, the Middle East, that's where the horn of the shaitan comes up. And that's where the fitan comes from. Even though it's Allah's place. And this is the sunnah of Allah. As Allah saying in the Quran, وَلَن تَجِدَ لِسُنَّةِ اللَّهِ تَبْدِيلًا. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not change it. And we witness that with our own eyes now. And we know what's happening over there. Wallahi, alhamdulillah, as many times as I say, the blessings that we have in here that they don't have over there. We cannot just sit and lay back and don't do nothing about it. We have to do actions to thank Allah. The thing about thanking Allah of His blessings, not just by the tongue, alhamdulillah, that's the start. Always alhamdulillah wa shukru lillah ala kulli hal. Always say that. Alhamdulillah, oh Allah, I'm thankful for what you have given me. I'm grateful to Allah. That's the shukr. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, وَلَئِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. If you thank me, I will give you more blessings. وَلَئِن كَفَرْتُمْ إِنَّ عَذَابِي لَشَدِيدٌ. And if you are kuffar, if you are disbelievers, not a disbeliever of the aqeedah, the disbelief of the ni'am of Allah, the kufr of the blessings of Allah, which many Muslims don't realize. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed you with the blessings, do you thank Him? Do you make ruku' and sujood to Him and making dua to Him? Allah, alhamdulillah, because you blessed me with this blessing. Do you say alhamdulillah every day for the car that He provided for you? Do you say alhamdulillah every day for the children that Allah has blessed you with? You're bringing them to the masjid. Do you say alhamdulillah for that little daughter that Allah blessed you with, that she might be the key for you to enter the Jannah? To teach her the hijab since she starts 7 years old. And to teach your boy the salah since 7-year-old. And the Prophet ﷺ said, hit them when they are 10 if they don't perform it. Same thing with the hijab for the little girls. Teach your sons and daughters the deen of Allah. We live in the blessings that only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. Our brothers and sisters are being murdered in Syria. Do we make dua for them? Our brothers and sisters are being killed in Burma, country that many Muslims don't even know. And those Buddhists are slaughtering them every day in the month of Ramadan. Did we think about them and make dua for them? Or we just wake up every morning and we turn on our cars and the AC is on, alhamdulillah. And we stop by the drive-thru and get a breakfast and go to work and make money, alhamdulillah. This is Allah's blessings, alhamdulillah. Nothing is wrong with that. But do the deeds and do the actions, so it will not be a proof against you on the day of the judgment. Prophet ﷺ said about the Quran, اقرأوا القرآن يأتي حجة لك يوم القيامة. Read the book of Allah. It will come a proof as a protection for you in the day of the judgment. حجة لك أو عليك. Or it might come against you. If you just put on the shelves until it become dusty, and you don't read it, the Quran will speak in the day of the judgment. And it will speak and it will say, oh Allah, your servant never touched me. Never read me. It will come a proof against you in the day of the judgment. Surely whoever comes to his Lord as a sinner, for him there is Jahannam, hellfire, in which he neither will die nor will live. Seek refuge to Allah from hellfire. Before Salat al-Fajr, Prophet ﷺ used to seek refuge to Allah from hellfire 7 times. And after Maghrib. And I was always remind the brothers for the beauty of the dua. And I was always say it. The dua is the ibadah. I didn't say it. The best man who walked on this earth is the one who said it. Please come forward, brothers. There are more brothers coming, alhamdulillah. Please come forward. As I was saying, the Prophet ﷺ, and the day of the Jumu'ah, make more salah in our Messenger ﷺ. Always say, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, wa ala ali Muhammad, kama sallayta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim, wa barik ala Muhammad, wa ala ali Muhammad, كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. This is the salah that the Prophet ﷺ teach the Sahaba to say every Friday. That's like what we do in the salah in the Shahr. And whoever will come to him as a believer. And these are the ones who believe in Allah, truly believe in Allah, and combine the iman with the amal. Because that's our aqidah. That's our correct aqidah. We cannot call ourselves believers and don't worship Allah as the way He wants, or not act in the deen of Allah. No. You combine the faith with the amal. And your iman will increase with the ta'at. The more you read the book of Allah. Prophet ﷺ says Surah Al-Baqarah and Surah Al-Imran, it will come as a cover for you in the day of the judgment. If you memorize them and understand. It took 8 years for Umar and Ibn Umar to memorize the Surah Al-Baqarah and understand it. Jabir ibn Abdullah used to say that we don't read an ayah or we don't memorize it until we understand it. That's how they were. They had this alaqa, they had this bond, strong bond with the book of Allah. إن هذا القرآن يهدي للتي هي أقوم. This Quran, the book of Allah, will guide to the straight path. Keep you firm in the deen of Allah. How long will it take you to read 4 pages every after Salah? 4 pages. How long is it going to take you? Each letter, the Prophet ﷺ said, Alif harf, wa lam harf, wa mim harf, wa al-hasana bi-ashri amthali. 30 hasana. 30 good deeds if you read Alif Lam Mim. Millions of deeds of hasanat if you read the entire book of Allah. Brothers and sisters, you have to have the love for the book of Allah. It will come for you as a shafi' in the day of the judgment. It will intercede for you in the day of the judgment. There is a blind boy, 80-year-old blind boy, he cannot see, and he memorized the entire Quran, and his sheikh told him, why don't you go have an operation on your eye? You might see. He said, no, I don't want to see, because these eyes that I don't see well, there will be a proof for me in the day of judgment in front of Allah, and he's 8. Allahu Akbar. He's 8, and he knows he will meet Allah, and he's blind, he cannot see, and he memorized the entire book of Allah, and it will be a proof for him in the day of the judgment. It can be against us also. To see this type of people, they have a strong bond with the book of Allah, and we don't, who are healthy and strong. Allah bless us with health, which is another blessing. That was the dua of our Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allahumma matti'na bi asma'ina wa absarina wa quwwatina ma ahyaytana. Oh Allah, matti'na. Give us the strength. Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah. But He blessed me with my vision, with my hearing, and with my health. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعد. قال الله تعالى في كتابه الكريم: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. وعنت الوجوه للحي القيوم وقد خاب من حمل ظلما ومن يعمل من الصالحات وهو مؤمن فلا يخاف ظلما ولا هضما. In Surah Taha, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, all faces will be humbled before Allah. All faces. Scholars have said animals, insects, every face, every dabba that walk on this earth will face Allah. And will be judged in front of Allah. When I say will face Allah, doesn't mean face Allah face to face, astaghfirullah. Allah is always high. Not anything else, subhanahu wa ta'ala. I mean Allah will judge them and speak to them and ask them for what they used to do in this dunya. All faces will be humbled before Allah. The ever alive, the all-sustaining, and the loser will be the one who bears the burden of his injustice and wrongdoings. It's a wrongdoing to only pray in Ramadan. Only pray Taraweeh prayer. If we can make it to Taraweeh prayer every day, why don't we can make it to Isha prayer for 10 minutes every day? And the Prophet ﷺ said, whomever prayed the Isha and the Fajr with the Imam, كَأَنَّهُ قَامَ اللَّيْلَ كُلَّهُ. It's like he was praying the entire night. Why is the message only full like this on Friday and not every day in Taraweeh? Don't you ask yourselves these questions? We are believers. We are smart. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us and to be mindful. As the Prophet ﷺ said, لا يقع المؤمن في الجحر مرتين. That the mu'min, the believer, he doesn't fail or doesn't fall in the hole twice. The Prophet said the believer, he didn't say the Muslim. So it makes a difference. That if you're a believer, you're not going to make the same mistakes twice. And if somebody is advising you because he loves you, and he wants the good for you, and he wants you to be gathering like this in the Jannah, we ask Allah the Jannah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to enter us the Firdaus. Ameen. 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 That we advise each other because we love each other. And we want to see the happiness, and we want to see the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ to be practiced in our community. That's the key to the Jannah, because he's holding the key sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to enter the Jannah. Him sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And if you follow his footsteps, you will follow him. And if you don't, the Prophet will ignore you on the day of the judgment. Because you're not following his footsteps. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Muhammad, وَأَطِيعُوا اللَّهُ وَأَطِيعُوا الرَّسُولُ وَلَا تُبْطِلُوا أَعْمَالَكُمْ. Obey Allah and obey the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and do not fulfill, do not nullify your deeds. Do not nullify your deeds. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam told Mu'adh, oh Mu'adh, قُلْ آمَنْتُ بِاللَّهِ ثُمَّ اسْتَقِمْ. Say, I believe in Allah, ثُمَّ اسْتَقِمْ. Then take the straight path and be firm in the deen of Allah. Istiqamah, one line in the deen of Allah. Do not zigzag. There is no zigzag in the deen of Allah, right or left. There is the book of Allah and the sunnah of his Messenger with the understanding of the Sahaba who brought us the deen. May Allah be pleased with all of them. May Allah be pleased with the Sahaba, all of them. Because of what they went through, no one knows. Only the ones who truly read and study the history of our deen. What those people went through. What about the tahajjud prayer? Is the tahajjud prayer only in Ramadan? No. The Prophet ﷺ says that Allah subhanahu, think about this hadith and give me your heart. And what an honor is this? That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descends the way He wants. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descends to the first heaven. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always higher than anything. If I say descends, do not think that He descends and the angels are surrounding Him. Allah is always high. When you make sujood, you say, Subhana Rabbi al-A'la. Allah is always A'la. وَلَا يُعْلَى عَلَيْهِ. Allah descends to the first heaven. And he says that the last hour before the Fajr,